Hello everybody and welcome back to Screen Stars. I have another pilot episode review for you today, and it is the Spike TV show The Mist that is adapted from Stephen King's novel of the same name. This is a story that has always interested me. I did enjoy the movie that was made some years ago. My only issue with that movie is the ending was so horrific and traumatic. I've never been able to watch the movie again because of the ending. But that's not to say it was a bad movie, because it really wasn't. It's just that ending puts me right off watching it again because I have a son. But Spike is doing a TV show based on The Mist, so I was interested right from the start, and it has just premiered. And the first episode, my thoughts on it are it's an impressive start to the series. For those of you that don't know, I suppose that this show starts off at the beginning. We are introduced to a soldier who wakes up in the woods. He's no memory. There's a dog with him. He can't remember who he is, and there's a strange mist behind him. The dog runs into the mist. Gets chewed alive, whatever, and this soldier's off. He does one, runs away, terrified. And then we are shown the local town. We are introduced to some of the characters. There's a family. There's a woman who's a teacher who just has been suspended for being a bit too explicit in her classes in regards to teaching sexual education, which the local town don't like. There's her husband and her daughter. It's all very nice towny stuff. They go to the local game. The daughter gets invited to the party, but the mum says no, and then the dad says yes secretly. She goes to the party. She claims after the party, the morning after, she's been raped. So what this episode does quite cleverly is it sets up all these human stories, all these human dynamics. So we've got the rape storyline going on, and the dynamics between the mother and the father, and the sheriff, and there's like a criminal, and this army guy who turns up at the police station saying there's some dangerous mist. So they're setting up all these nice little things so that when the mist comes in, they've not only got to worry about what's out in the mist, but there's these human dynamics, the drama within the buildings while they're keeping safe to keep the stories going, which I understand why they're doing. It did slow this episode down quite a lot. The first 30 minutes or so of this episode was character building and story building and stuff, which was fine, but it was done really quite well. One of the issues I have with this episode is it's the slowest moving mist you've ever seen in your life, because this soldier's always one step ahead of it when he's running away from it, to the point where, you know, it's when you see it moving, it's moving at quite a pace, but when it's off screen, it's like, where's the mist? But eventually the mist turns up. Strange, horrible things are happening in the mist. We do get some hints, and we do see some graphic things in this first episode. One thing in particular that's pretty grotesque. We don't see any creatures in this first episode. It's just really what happens to some of the characters. And then they all get locked in certain buildings. They're locked in like the local mall, in the church, in the police station. And even though at this point it becomes quite clear that there's something quite dangerous in the mist, nobody obviously has got any clue what's going on in regards to what's out there in the mist. They just know it's dangerous. And one of the last things that we see in this episode is the daughter who accused the local quarterback of raping her, hugging her mother in the mall, really upset for things they've seen, and then she opens her eyes and she sees the guy sat in the corner who she's accused of raping her. So that's going to be a very interesting dynamic in the couple of coming episodes. The father is obviously going to try and desperately search for his wife and his daughter, and he's got his daughter's best friend, the soldier guy, and the criminal who he has released from the police station to help him. So I think this is quite a strong start to the episode. I think, like I said, it did take a little bit to get going, but I understand why they had the slow start, to build the characters, introduce us to the characters, which was fine. It just wasn't massively gripping or interesting, the story that they were giving us at the beginning, the first 30 minutes. But when the mist actually hits, it really does pick up, and it picks up really well. And I'm really very interested to see where the other 9 episodes in this series takes us. It's a decent start to a series. I enjoyed it, and I think I'm going to carry on watching it. So yeah, this is one to watch.